Welcome into Steelers Latest, your daily spot for all news and information about your Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content to stay up to date with everything Steelers. But let's get rolling as we're through a week of training camp. And what information have we gathered through this week about our 2025 Steelers? First off, let's start on the offensive side of the ball. Quarterback wise, not much to tell about Aaron Rodgers right now. We're not going to be able to tell how he really is going to perform for us this year until he gets reps in games, I feel like. Besides him, though, Howard is looking better than Mason Rudolph so far through 1 week at training camp. So that's something to keep an eye on, keep an eye on the development of Will Howard because, never know. Could be the future quarterback of the Steelers in 2026. So keep an eye out on him. The run game, though, definitely should be improved too. The offensive line in general, very young. They should improve this year. A lot of them entering their third year, second or third year pros should continue to grow. So offensive line play should get better. In the backfield, though, Jalen Warren always looked more explosive than Najee Harris during their time together in the backfield. So Jalen Warren getting more touches should lead to more explosive plays. And then the real key factor, I believe, in this backfield will be rookie Caleb Johnson. Just his physical presence on short yardage downs and goal line situations gonna be key once we get to the goal line, bring in the big man, turn around, hand it off. Hopefully, he can just fall forward for a yard or two a couple of times just in that end zone. I think the run game is going to be very fun to watch for the first time in years here. Hopefully, the offense in general is fun to watch. Going to rely on the offensive line really improving. And so far, they've looked pretty solid. Moving to the defensive side of the ball, though, what have we learned? Jalen Ramsey, he's still a dog. I mean, Jalen Ramsey, he ain't falling off this year. That man still gonna be one of the top corners in the league. Up front, though, Derek Harmon looking to be pretty freaking legit up front. Him and Cam Hayward already forming a bond up front together. Derek Harmon getting close to Cam Hayward. Probably a smart move when you're compared to the guy coming out of college. Who better to learn from than the guy you're compared to? So looking forward to seeing that duo in the middle of this defensive line. Let's move on though to a little bit of a downer as some injuries are kind of starting to pile up for the Steelers. Two more injuries yesterday went down. DJ Thomas Jones, rookie tight end and fullback, tore his Achilles, probably out for the year. Very sad to see. This was an undrafted free agent trying to get his earner spot on a team. Now probably won't get that chance. Probably will be cut, and hopefully he'll get another chance elsewhere after this season. But wishing him a speedy recovery. Other injuries, just a quick little stinger, nothing too major. Hopefully for Broderick Jones, he was dinged up, sat out some of Sunday's practice, so hopefully nothing major there. It was lower body injury. That's all we've been told so far. So hopefully Broderick Jones can just rest up the next couple days and be ready to go here soon once again. But injuries already stacking up. I think we have 8 players on the injury list already. The biggest name being Isaac Samalo. So hopefully the team can get a little healthier before the regular season starts, of course. Let's move on though back to the defensive side of the ball. As the Steelers, they've done it after Omar Khan. Whenever Omar Khan's like, we're not gonna do this, we're probably going to do something. He said it about George Pickens. We're looking to keep George Pickens and DK Metcalf together. Traded George Pickens. He said we're probably done making moves. Literally a couple days later, he signs Chuck Clark, free safety, another former Raven defender added to the roster. Now, Chuck Clark, when he played for Baltimore, really solid safety, improved every year with the Ravens. Um, Last year with the Jets, though, very mediocre. Nothing really too special. Nothing to brag home about. Had some of his most solid seasons next to Deshaun Elliott, though. Hopefully, a reunion between those two in the secondary. Add some flash to the past, and hopefully they can lock it down once again. just this time for a different AFC North team. We know Deshaun Elliott's a dog back there. Chuck Clark hopefully has a little bit of tread left on his tires too. He is going to be 30 years old at entering this season. So another free agent addition that is 30 plus. Interesting move, especially on the defensive side. Invested heavily in the secondary. A lot of older investments in the secondary. Hopefully, they all hold up and it's locked down back there this season. I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Chuck Clark will have an opportunity to compete for the starting free safety position with Juan Thornhill. So it will be interesting to see how that battle now plays out, as that is a new battle to take into account when thinking about the rest of training camp and preseason games. Let's wrap up this Monday show, though, with some Monday morning comments. First off, from Macho Nacho, he says, keep Eccles. He's solid and has a knack for the ball. Hopefully, no one gets hurt, but he can fill in and execute. I have to agree completely. Brandon Eccles was signed originally to be the starter. We added a couple additions. We went out, had that big trade for lockdown corner Jalen Ramsey. Now Eccles is slotted to be the fourth guy. Even if Slay or Ramsey struggle or one of our safeties struggle, you could bump Ramsey or Slay back. Eccles still has a cornerback slot right there. I think, once again, you never know. Injuries can always happen. Eccles will do a great job filling in. I think he's a solid option, of course. Great depth piece to have on the team this year. You would probably start and on most other teams. So having him as that fourth cornerback as a rotational piece, especially with Darius Slay being 34 years old, just to give him a couple reps off during games is very beneficial. So I like the idea of keeping Eccles around for at least this year. Um, Now, the final comment we'll respond to, the second one. Mr. Man, he was upset when I said mediocre Mike. He said mediocre Mike is such a BS name. We've been picked to finish last in our division the last 6 years by every analyst based on our roster alone, yet we've consistently made the playoffs. Name all the coaches that could win without what we've had. Can't win in the playoffs without an elite quarterback. Tomlin make lemonade out of lemons. And you fake fans bash him because he wins with limitations. No one outside the Pittsburgh fans has considered us a threat since Ben. I can agree with the final part. No one has considered us a threat since Ben, even in Ben's final year. Some people didn't consider us that much of a threat. But I mean, I'm on your side that Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches in the league. It's just he's too good to where we can get a elite quarterback right now and just plug in and play him in the quarterback positions leads to this team being mediocre every year. The roster, I would say, isn't mediocre. If you look at the weapons just on the outside, DK Metcalf, I think our backfield is very talented. I think Calvin Alston and Roman Wilson have a good chance of breaking out this year. The defense has been star-studded for years now, so they definitely haven't been the problem. They're not a limitation of the roster. You definitely should win with a defense like this. Defense wins championships. It's been that way forever. And our defense has been solid enough to get us to the playoffs every year. That's why Mike continues to win with this team because the defense has been so good for years now. We just need the offensive side of the ball to be figured out. And I hope this year Aaron Rodgers can go on that run because I don't want to see a possible future without Mike Tomlin. But a lot of fans, if we go one and done in the playoffs again, if we don't make the playoffs this year, I think are going to be calling for the firing of Mike Tomlin. But that is it from Steelers Latest. I've been your host, Cole Dennis, and I will see you